Hi, this is Coach World TV. I'm Laurie Lawson, and my guest tonight is Leah Jantzen. Hi, Leah.
Hi, Laurie.
I'm so glad she could make it. We were talking about, we started this, I think, in the winter of last year, and it's like, and now it's August, and here she is. Leah is a life and business coach, and I think, she'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she started her business as a mother with a mission. And you can tell us a little bit about that.
Sure.
Well, first tell us, how did you actually become a coach? I know none of us are born coaches. So what happened there?
Everybody evolves into a coach.
Yes.
I decided I was a guidance counselor for 12 years, and I really wanted to be home with my kids. And I thought, how can I combine my love of helping people and talking to people, coaching them, counseling them, with my own business. Like, I really always wanted to have my own thing. I wanted to create my own schedule. I wanted to work really on my terms. That was the whole goal of it. I said, And I remember I clipped out of a magazine an article on a life coach. What is a life coach? And this was, I would say, back in like 1998.
Oh, and nobody knew then.
Right,
what a life
I
coach
know,
was.
98, 99. So I brought it into work. I was a high school guidance counselor, and I showed my friend. I said, look at this. This is so cool.
This is me.
She goes, what on earth is that? And I said, oh, okay. I got a little deflated. So that was my first real, I would say, introduction to being a life coach. And I said, and I just kind of put it in the back of my mind, and I continued working. And then when I finally after I had my second child, I said, I really want to have more children. I wanted to have a big family. I have 4 kids. So how can I do all of this? And I really wanted to use my brain. I didn't want to just be a stay-at-home mom. For me, that wasn't going to be fulfilling enough, but I also didn't want to work full-time where I had to put my kids in childcare and do all that. So I decided to go through the training. I went to Coach University and started I think I started in 2008, and I finished in 2009. And so I really launched officially my business in 2010. Really registered it as a business, incorporated the business.
Fantastic. Well, what you're going to find out is that Leah is an experiential coach. Whatever experience she's having, that's the kind of coaching she's going to do. It's brilliant. I mean, she really adjusts her coaching to her lifestyle. But let's talk a little bit about, because she's not moving on, but she's expanding Mother with a Mission. But let's talk a little, how did you do that? What are some of the things that, if you have children at home and you choose to start a business, what are the pitfalls? What are the things you have to do first? It's like
it's overwhelming, because you have balancing. I had a tagline for a while: rock your business while you rock your babies. Because there I was, literally rocking a baby to sleep while I was getting ready to go on with a client. So I learned how to juggle my business with my family life, and this whole work-life balance is this big myth. But I think there is you really, in order to be successful at both, you have to set some priorities in both areas. And I was really on a mission, like that mother on a mission. I needed to create enough income in my coaching business so that I could stay home and continue to do that. So I got really specific about, well, how many clients do I really want to have? And what am I going to charge those clients? And so how many hours a week do I have to work? And I would look at my week and say, well, I've got a babysitter here and here. I have 3 hours here, 3 hours here, 2 hours there. That's 10 hours a week. So I think if you look at how much time you have to devote to your business, how much money you want to make, and really how many people do you need? And then go from there. So I was really motivated, I think, and driven to make it a success from the very beginning.
So what I hear you saying is, one, you need to set a goal, and in your case, it's a monetary goal.
It was a monetary goal.
How much money do I need? Then how am I going to get that money?
Right.
It's like, how many clients can I handle?
Right.
And I think maybe another thing is gathering up your resources. It's, who you happen to have in-laws or relatives that visited, and it's like, here, boy, do I have something for you to do.
Right, here, everybody. Aren't you glad you came
Don't
over?
you want to see the grandkids? Here.
Yeah, here you go. Well, I think but that's a great point, and I have these tips on my website now, 10 tips for how to rock your business while rocking your babies. And one of them is use your support network. Like, who do you have? My husband was a tremendous support. I had a friend help me build my website. I used my in-laws to watch the kids for free. Whatever I could do to cut my costs in the beginning. And I really stress that with people, because everybody wants to go gangbusters. I need to get this, and I need to invest in this. And you really don't need all that much in the beginning.
what don't you need to start a business? And because Leah helps people get their business started, and you don't have to be a mother,
Right, right.
But if you are, she's got some tips for you. But
Definitely
what are some of the
experience.
things and there's just so many things we hear out there: blogs, websites, social media, Twitter. I haven't mastered Twitter. I hate to admit it, but I haven't.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things what do you say are the essentials? What are the essentials of starting a business?
I think if you really want your business to be successful, you have to know who your target market is. Like, that's the first thing. Who are you serving? What is it that because once you know who you're serving, now where are they? Okay, so now if you know who you're targeting, where do you find them? Are they on Facebook? Are they on Twitter? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Pinterest? I mean, there's so many social media platforms, it's overwhelming.
You know what, that is such a great idea, because lately I've sort of morphed into some retirement coaching, and I'll bet you none of my clients are on Twitter.
Nope.
So it's like I should stop beating myself up for that.
There you go. Yeah, see, there's some good self-coaching, Laurie. There you go.
Right on air. How do you like that?
That was well done.
But no, it's like, so Twitter's not going to be, they're not going to be tweeting.
You're not
they
going
might
to find your people there.
Yeah.
Like where are your people? Where
So
are
I like
they?
that. So one is target audience.
Target audience. Who is your target? And I ask my clients right away, well, who do you want to serve? Who do you speak to? Who are the people that you can really help? Because if you take it off of you and put it on who you can help, and where are those people out there? Because what you want to start to do is create content towards those people. So if I'm helping mothers, what are their issues? Work-life balance, how to put the guilt that I'm working too much and I feel bad about the kids, I'm not spending time with them. How can you balance it and spend enough time working? So I think there's a lot of different places that you can target and focus on in the beginning that you don't have to worry about. So clients will come to me and say, well, I have to be on Twitter and I have to be on Facebook. I say, wait a minute. And also, what do you like to do? Like, oh, but I should do videos. Well, not everybody likes to do videos.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have to do a video. If you prefer writing, do what you're good at. Everyone says, oh, I have to do this because that's what everyone else is doing. I challenge that. I say, have to. There is no have to. There is no shoulds in coaching, right? There are no shoulds.
I love that you're saying that, because I do mentor coaching. And I have to use this skill and I have to use this tool. And it's like, no, if it doesn't feel, because if you're doing something that doesn't feel right, people are going to pick it up immediately and
That's
go,
correct.
This is so inauthentic.
Right, inauthentic. Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
And so why would I be listening? So fantastic. Target.
What do you like to do? What do you like to do? What are you
good at?
What are you good at? Everyone thinks they should fix their flaws. I'm like, no, play to your strengths. What are you good at? Where do you shine?
Yeah.
What can you give? So I ask my clients, what can you give your clientele that no one else can? What perspective do you bring to the table that's different? And that's what branding is really about. Like, what makes you unique?
Right.
What makes people attracted to you versus another coach? Because there's a lot of coaches out there, and they're all saying
more coming every day.
More coming, and it's a great field. But as more coaches, come about, they're all getting more specialized. And I think a lot of people in the beginning are afraid to get specialized, and they want to. I can coach everybody.
Well, you don't want to turn. What if somebody comes? You don't want to turn anybody down.
It's counterintuitive to say, well, I don't work with this person, but
oh no, I only work with this age.
Right, and I think obviously you can be too narrow, but I also think if you know who you're targeting, then you can speak right to them.
Right.
So all your content goes right to them.
And if you think about it, when you are purchasing anything or service, you're most likely, rather than go to a generalist, you're going to go to a specialist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, I really want this person to know what they're doing.
Right.
So,
like she specializes, and I would rather have people come to me that want what I have.
Exactly.
Right.
And thus, the problem of selling, which is a huge problem for coaches, if you have what somebody wants, it's so much easier to sell it.
Yep.
So then I use that, you just tell them what you have, really. But
Right, and you get used to it. This is what I do. And people go, and then you're more confident when you are trying to sell it, because you're like, this is what I do, and I'm comfortable, as opposed to when you get someone who's out of your target, and you try and sell them, they're really not for you. So it's not a good matchup. So the energy doesn't fit.
Yes.
And I think people go, oh, I'm not good at this. No, you're not approaching the right people, or you're not attracting the right people.
Right.
So your original question was, what do you need? I think you just need to really get specific about what your gifts are. What are your specific gifts?
I like that. Determine your market. Determine who you are. Let's make that number one.
Yeah, no, it's
who
true.
you are and what you have to offer.
Right.
And then determine who wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants it? And then go. Take action.
It's like I was telling Leah when we all we're finishing up our coaching school. At the end, we all had the world's best business cards. They were so perfect, you wouldn't believe how perfect. And we had nothing else. We had nowhere. It was like, now what do we do? But it's so, what are things that you need? What are some of the first? Do we have to have a website in place before we have a client? Do we have to have a business card?
I think a business card is great because it's just something to hand to someone. It's something tangible. But now that we have all these social media, you can have a Facebook business page. You don't even need a website. I mean, I have a client who does not have a website, and she's going to build one eventually, but I didn't have my website right away. The first couple of months, I didn't have it. So you can just direct them to your Facebook page, because really what they want to do is see what you look like, who you are, check you out a little bit. They want to read about you. So you need to have something, I think, for them to go to.
I always thought that a website was like an extension of your business card. It's like people just go and check, oh, okay, let me read a few testimonials.
Yeah, people love to read testimonials, definitely.
And see if you put prices on, see how much this is going to cost me, or how can I get in touch with this person.
Right.
And then for the most part, I mean, it's just another verification. Well, I don't get the blog thing, and I've blogged before, and I may blog again. But how does that help, or does it help? I don't know.
Again, it's another way to get traffic to your website. It's something you can leverage. So if you want, I've written all different kinds of blogs, but whatever, I'm the person that writes a blog when it speaks to me. I don't feel like I have to write one every week.
Tuesday.
Every Monday I send out. And there are some coaches who think you need to do that in order to stay visible. But a blog is about visibility. And out there when everyone's shouting and I'm over here, look at me, you want to have something that you can show them that I'm creating fresh content. And that's what a blog really is. And they also get to know you better. Like
it's a personal side,
right? It's a personal side. I just wrote a blog about my kids and how my daughter inspired me, and she called me her hero on her 4th grade essay or something. Aww. And it was really sweet. And so I just, I'm going to write about that. But I might go a month without writing a blog. I tend to think of it as when something strikes me, I want to share it, and then people get to know me. So a blog really can be, but if you love to write, that might be your way of really reaching and speaking to your audience.
And as opposed to what we're doing on air. Yeah, some people just really think this is the kiss of death. They can't do it.
This is like public speaking personified, like times a million. But speaking is another way that you can get visibility. If you prefer to be in front of audiences and do workshops, and there are ways, I work with my clients on how to find those opportunities, because a lot of times that can be a great place to build a business.
Right, and I recommend that when you're doing that, sometimes you want to not worry about how much you're going to charge. Just get out there for a while. Let people know that you're there. Then, it's a great way to get over the nerves.
Absolutely.
For the horrible speaking things.
Right.
And then get out there and let people know that you're there, and then you can maneuver that. But in the beginning, we all came out and said, okay, we're supposed to be making $100,000 a year in our pajamas on the phone all day long.
Right. Sounds good.
That's not happening. It's just not.
It's work.
Yeah.
But I think you brought up an important point. Get out. Tell people, announce it.
Yeah.
Tell your friends and family that I've just become a coach. I'm certified, and I help people in this area. I help people transition, or I help people start businesses, or I help them grow. Do you know anyone? I'd love to give them a sample session, or let them know. You really have to announce it and declare it. And people are scared. It's scary to put yourself out there and really announce it and make everyone know that this is what you're doing. But if you want it to be successful, you have to declare it.
Definitely. If they're not coming and knocking on your door.
They're not going to fall in your lap.
No.
They're not.
Speak a little bit about, because I know a couple of coaches who went out gangbusters. They just said, okay, I'm going to do this. And the isolation got to them. They just, it's like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm home all day and I don't see anybody. And so is that a downfall for because I know once motherhood can isolate you also. You're involved with the kids all day long.
Yeah, it can be isolating, and it took me about a year to figure out that I was like, whoa, I'm by myself. Like, I was working in an office for 12 years. Like, people right next door to me, like every day, hey, how's it going? Oh, I like your outfit, all the time.
Coffee guy, anybody.
The coffee guy, anybody, the secretaries. I mean, it was social and it was fun, and I didn't realize how much I missed that. So you have to get a network of friends kind of online. And there's a lot of these people I will never meet. Like, they're just my friends, and we talk on the phone and, joining groups. I mean, now, since I started, like, Facebook groups are more popular, and there's a lot of ways you can connect with like-minded people in your field. I have mastermind groups I'm a part of, and I share ideas with them, and they, and then we pick up the phone. But pick up the phone, like, call these, take it offline. take the relationship from online, hey, to, to let's connect, let's talk on the phone. I used to be scared to do that. I don't want to bother anybody. They're not going to want to talk to me.
And I'm on the phone all day. I don't want to talk to anybody.
That's true too. That's true too. But I think it's really an important.
But it's good to detach from work, however you do it.
Detach from work and be social. Let somebody get to know you. Like
and you said you come into the city because she's from Long Island. You come into the city like at least twice a month just to
to connect with people, to network, and to meet other people and talk and just have
get fresh ideas.
And just connect on a personal level, not just over the phone, because it's different. It's important to do that. So I think that took me a while to figure that out, but once I did, I was like, okay, this is good.
Now I know how to fix this.
This is good. Because as a mom, you're isolated also sometimes.
Yeah. No, I feel, for the people who did give up and say, I've got to go back to the office and I just can't do it. Yeah. I feel badly because they were great coaches. They just couldn't deal with them. They also needed a stable paycheck.
Yeah.
They needed that validation and
I mean, entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. There is you go through a cycle.
And
that's okay, right. I mean, it's not, and there are a lot of people who are working a full-time job and building a coaching business.
Yes.
And I have clients like that as well. And that's a different animal.
It took me so long to become a full-time coach. It was like, no, I can't give this up.
I know. And then once you make the leap, you're like, okay, I can do this.
And it was amazing. Once you do make the leap, it's like, oh, okay,
I remember
this is going to work.
This is going to work. I can do this. Right. I got this. I like it. I know. You get into it and you devote more time to it. But I think, back to what you were asking, what do they really need? I also think it's important to have a coach, like to have someone in your corner. Yeah. And for me, when I first started, I hired a mentor coach, and she was, she held a space for me where I could talk about my dreams and what I really wanted, and I could get excited, and she would help me focus on what I needed to do. Like, okay, Leah, you've got all these great ideas, but what do you need to do now? What do you need to do this week? What do you need to do? Let's just take it one week at a time. So she really modeled for me, I think, what I do a lot for my clients, in that I give them some structure. Because there's no structure. There's no boss over your head like, okay, you need to do this today. You're like, what do I do?
Exactly. For the first time, you're the CEO of your life, and it's like, oh my gosh.
I mean, it sounds fabulous, and it is, but there's a lot of, the lack of structure can be challenging for a lot of people who are used to having assignments and tasks given to them. Now you're like, okay, go, and you're like, well, I don't know what to do. So having a coach not only gives you some structure, it gives you perspective. Right. Fresh eyes, because I tell my clients they're too close to what they're trying to do.
And they're also viewing it from what they feel are their limitations.
Yes.
Whereas you can sort of rip that wall down and say, wait.
I say to them all the time, I'm like, I see this and this, and they go, wait, how do you see that? I go, absolutely. They go, I think, because they have those self-limiting beliefs, and they have those, things they've told themselves, these preconceived notions that they can't do this or that, and I'm like, wait a minute. Ripping down those walls. And they're also surrounded by friends and family who are telling them what they want to hear, or, so it's important to have someone who can be completely objective about your business. And so I provide that. And I think it's important to have someone in your corner, just, kind of.
Absolutely. So the clients that come to you, are they people that think they might want to start a business? Do you have to get them to the point where they do want, or are they sort of have that idea going?
Most of my clients already have their ideas, and they're like, okay, I've gotten as far as I can go by myself. I need someone with the experience. How did you do it? They'll say,
or I'm stuck.
Which happens. You get stuck. You kind of plateau, just like with a diet or weight loss. It's like you plateau and you say, I can't move this. So, and then I come in and say, all right, this is what we're going to do, and I give them a game plan and this course of action. And they get excited again, and so they break through that plateau. And I say, okay, we're going to do this for 3 months. And we're going to, and each week, instead of having it be overwhelming, like, how am I going to do all that? I'm like, let's just do what's the most important thing you need right now. And if they say to me, I need clients, okay, then we're going to focus on visibility and outreach, how you can get clients, who do you know, different strategies for doing that, whatever they want. Or they want to launch a new program, we'll put that together. So whatever they need.
I like that, and I would think, because I know I did it, I would think that often preparation is a procrastination thing. It's like, I really don't want to go out there and sell this, so let me work on the website. Let me write 4 newsletters in advance.
Yes, there are a lot of people who get just bogged down by the little stuff, the minutia. My website isn't perfect. I'm not ready to launch it yet. It's not. Sometimes my phrase is, good enough is, what is the phrase? Oh, I can't think of what I say right now. Done is good enough. Done is good enough.
Done. That's
done.
it.
And sometimes it just has to be done. It just
Yeah.
has to be put out there. And I help them. I'm like, I hold your hand, and we're going to just let it go. Because if you work on this any longer, you're delaying the inevitable,
Right.
and they're scared. There's so much fear. So I think when you have someone you can share that fear with, who's been there, I know I've been there, and I say, let it go. It's ready. You're ready. You don't need another course. You don't need another class. You don't,
No, you're okay.
You're okay. You know,
Yeah,
it's like the kid
yeah.
who's afraid to ride the bike. No, you can do it.
Just
like
do
let
it and
go
just
of
go
that.
and if you learn from what's going on.
And whatever doesn't work, then we make the adjustments. I tell them, look, if it doesn't work, well, let's look back and say, okay, what didn't work? Why didn't it work? And we'll go from there. And they're like, oh, all right. Once they realize it's not the end of the world if it doesn't go, and I tell them, no one's watching.
Yeah.
Just you. It's all, no one's taking notes on, oh, Laurie this week, she really.
Well, I think, what does Dr. Phil say? You'd be amazed at how, what people think about you if you realize how infrequently they do.
Infrequently they do.
They could care less.
They could care less. And this is what, and I tell people that. I go, they're not keeping
No,
score.
they're
No
busy
one is
working
keeping
on
score.
themselves,
They're
yeah.
busy working on themselves. So just do your thing and work on you, and don't worry about what everybody else is thinking.
So what are they going to find on your website, which is at the bottom of our screen? Leah Jantzen, isn't that clever.com?
Yes, that
So
took
you
me a
can
long
find
time to figure that
her. What will they find? You say there's some tips?
Yep, I have. If you put your email address into my opt-in box, you'll get my 10 tips on how to rock your business while you rock your babies. And that's basic tips.
And even if you don't have babies.
Even if you don't have babies, it can apply to everything. But I'm working on a new program that's going to be coming out.
Well, I was talking about you being an experiential. So tell us, what experience have you had that has created this new morph into a bigger and better program?
Yeah, no, I'm excited about. I'm putting together a new program. It's Build Your Body, Build Your Business, and basically it's about getting in touch with your physical side and really moving and bringing physicality into your business. Because what I recognize, I started a really strenuous physical fitness program. I turned 40 in January, so I said, okay, I'm going to do this. And
I can do this.
I can do this. And I put myself in an uncomfortable situation, and it was intimidating. But what I realized was that I was stronger than I thought and braver than I thought. And the confidence that I gained from doing that translated into a 60% growth in my business over last year. So I said, there's something to this. I think I'm onto something.
Yeah.
So what I'm hoping to accomplish with this new program I'm putting together is getting people to move and stay active and do this challenge with me.
When you say build your body, build your business, does that mean like you're on the phone and you're lifting weights? I mean, how does that work?
No, it's going to be about every day incorporating physical activity into your life on a routine basis, not just once in a while here and there. But I'm going to challenge people to really get physical, move their body and move their business, and that's going to translate into a better business because you're going to take what you're doing, and then I'm also going to challenge them to do things in their business that they're scared to do. So what you're doing physically, you're also going to do in your business.
So your theory is, and proven in her case, is that if you're energized by the more energy you put out, the more energy you get back into, you have to give to your business.
Yep.
Kind of like the saying that if you want to get something done, give it to a busy person,
Right.
because they'll get it done.
They'll get it done. Right.
Yeah.
So what you put into your fitness is going to also, you're going to put it into your business, and it's all going to come together.
So what is the challenge? I know it's in the works.
It's in the works, right.
And I know
Coming
there's a
soon.
target date.
Yes.
But tell us a little bit, what is the challenge that is this for your clients? Is this for the general population?
It's for the general population. Anybody who is interested in getting more information about the challenge, please go to my website and put your email address into my opt-in, and I'll be sending out information soon. I'm hoping it's launching this fall, sometime in October, and it's going to be a 14-day challenge, where you're going to record what you do on a daily basis for your body, for your business. And it's going to include tips from me every day on how to keep you focused. And at the end of the 14 days, you're going to see what's going on and the changes that are going to happen.
Okay, now are you going to select the activities, or does the person, or is it a combination?
I'm going to give options and ideas for people, but they're ultimately going to make their own decisions about what they want to do. But I'm going to have some structure to it, and I'm going to give some challenges that are specific, and some days you can just do what you want. But it's going to be about staying consistent, because I've learned that being consistent and dedicated and disciplined about what you do with your body is going to go to your business. So if you're disciplined about what you do physically, you can be disciplined in your business as well. The same things apply: consistency, discipline, endurance, all of those sort of. I'm a big sports person, so so it's kind of, I'm taking that same competitiveness and putting it into your business and learning how to apply that to your business.
I love the fact that you're combining mind and body.
Yeah.
I think that's great. So in the challenge, will you be combining not only physical challenges but business challenges also? Oh.
Yeah. There's going to be business challenges too. So if you do, like for example, on one day if you do a really tough challenge for your body, you go to the gym and you do some lifting, then you're going to do some scary things for your business.
On the same day?
On the same day.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and someday it might be an easy day. There might be there's going to be tough, hard days and easy days. But there's going to be, again, you're going to track all your progress.
Okay.
So I'm going to supply everybody with a journal or, a checklist of what you're going to do, and you're going to record what your experiences are.
Wow, fantastic. And will this be you and will it be one-on-one with you, or will it be one and the group? Will there be part of a group? Will this be like a webinar?
Everyone's going to launch at the same time.
Okay,
yes,
and
so
there'll be a way for everybody to keep in touch
There's
with
going to be a Facebook group, private Facebook group for everybody to connect with one another, share their experiences. There's going to be points involved, so like you get certain points if you do your workout, and if you do and you can earn different things from those points.
All right, so right now the tentative launch date is October 1st.
Yes.
Because she likes a challenge herself.
I was going to say, that's my challenge.
That's her big scary challenge. Yes.
Good, Laurie. That's good.
So what I would recommend you do is to keep up with this woman, and I'm not sure how you do that, but go to her website and sign up for her email, which would be she'll be updating everything there.
Yep.
And not only that, but you'll also be getting some tips on your business. And whatever experience she has next, I'm sure you're going to be creating that. So we have, like, I'm going to say 40 seconds left. What's one essential or two essential things that you can give people in that time?
Take action.
Do it. Just do anything.
Whatever you feel excited about, whatever really gets you up in the morning, or the last thing you think about before you go to bed. That nagging little thing that keeps coming to you. Just listen to it. Just do something with it.
And it doesn't have to be full blown.
No.
Just take a baby step.
Take a baby step. Just listen to it and feed it a little bit.
I love it.
Give it some life.
Okay, Leah, it's so much fun, and I'm exhausted. But
I'm sorry.
It was fun having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Laurie. This was great. We did it. Sorry, I didn't mean to tire you out.